All right, Bob, let's talk about Team USA now. This is a team filled with superstars. Just how top-heavy is Team USA in your mind?
Well, it's kind of top-heavy because the top guys are the very top guys in the world in terms of Scheffler and Schauffele. I mean, you go down to the bottom, and they're not really lacking that much. It's just that the top guys are so good. And you can kind of make a case, though, that there are some weak spots in this team. I mean, Jim Furyk didn't do anything spectacular with his picks. He just went 7th to 12. And there was a couple of surprises in there. I think Brian Harman was one surprise. By his own admission, has not had a good year. I think Max Homa was a big surprise because, you know, he's not played very well. I mean, you can remember at the Memphis tournament, he was the last guy, first guy off on Sunday, and he was off the golf course and probably home in time to watch the final guys come in. And I think there are some spots in there where you can pick with a couple of question marks. But, I mean, you go down the list, and I don't know. I mean, Sam Burns is playing pretty well. Tony Finau seems to be playing pretty well. Russell Henley is playing very well. You know, there's not a lot of weak parts to this. It's just that their strong parts are so super strong.
Yeah, certainly. And on Max Homa, I mean, he missed the cut last week at the Pro Tour Championship. It's just been a really weird season for Max Homa since that great finish at the Masters back in April. But, Bob, we've seen in the past at the President's Cup, Team USA has had these unsung heroes, if you will. You think Woody Austin, Chris DeMarco, even Kevin Kisner. When you look at this year's team, who do you think has the best chance for Team USA to be their unsung hero?
Well, first of all, I hope the unsung hero doesn't fall into the pond like Woody Austin did. But, you know, I look at Keegan Bradley, who was kind of a late addition to this team as a player. He was going to be a captain's assistant, and he is the captain for the Ryder Cup team. And so, you know, he's sort of a late surge up the world rankings and up the international or the U.S. team's ranking list to make himself a player instead of an assistant captain. Jim Furyk absolved him of all the duties that he's going to have to do, although he will sort of stay around and sort of watch how things are done because he wants that experience. And he is a very, very feisty guy on the golf course. He's not afraid to kind of get his temper up and stick it in someone's face. You remember back in 2015 in that match play with Miguel Angel Jimenez where they were almost coming to blows. And you can see him in some of his past experiences kind of raising his fist, pumping it. He went 2-2-1 in the President's Cup, the only President's Cup he's been in, which is a long time ago, 2013. But he is that guy, I think, who can motivate the rest of his team just by his actions, by his play, and just by his body motions, I think is one of the best ways to put it. Don't expect him to sort of be a quiet guy on the sidelines.